Hi there, and welcome to part 2 of our show, where I'm now going to be talking through the top 10 films of 2018, according to me. My guest is still Emmanuel, who's a producer and director. So we're going to be talking through these films.
Yes, in depth.
In depth?
Yes, in depth. We're going to analyze this movie.
And yet briefly.
Oh yeah, and briefly.
Because we don't have time for all that shit.
So
And no one wants to hear everything. Right, so let's start. All right, number 10 on the
Yes.
film is Blackkklansman. Now,
Yes.
we mentioned that recently in the first half of the show.
Yes, we did.
Now, this is Spike Lee's new film, and it basically is the story of a black police detective played by Denzel Washington's son.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that. I mean,
knew that.
I think he's a handsome man.
I didn't know it until I'd seen it after the film. I was
Really?
like, oh shit, it's Denzel's son. Because
Wow.
you can tell, because he's got that whole Denzel,
Yeah.
you know?
The ladies love him.
The ladies, of course they do.
Yeah, they love him, yeah.
Anyway,
So
Denzel's
about
son.
the Spike Lee joint, yes?
Yeah, it's about a guy who goes undercover in the early 1970s as a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes.
He's a black guy going undercover in the Ku Klux Klan. Obviously pretty controversial, pretty interesting. Now, I thought this was one of Spike Lee's best films in years, really. He takes a very mature sort of attitude towards the subject matter in question. He allows us to ask questions and start conversations about race in a time when really it's more important than ever. There's a final scene in the film. Have you seen it, by the way?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
If you remember the final scene that leaves you with that taste
Yes,
of showing real clips
when
of
the
people
guy
like...
found out, the KK boss found out that he was, the guy was a security guy, was the guy who was actually a black guy.
Yeah.
And he was like...
But then we have stock
speechless.
footage at the end.
Oh, right, no, I didn't see that.
Oh,
No.
right, you left
I didn't
cinema.
see that,
Right.
yeah.
There's some stock footage of like people like Trump and showing the near rise of fascism.
No way.
Yeah. So it's really like bringing it back to how it's relevant to modern day.
Right.
And I mean, if you're a white guy watching this and you don't feel a modicum of white guilt, then you're an asshole.
So how did you feel watching this? I need to
felt
know
like a
this.
complete
How did you
arsehole. I
feel?
felt
You felt
terrible.
like
Just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. But I felt much better after watching it. Like,
after watching it, well, okay, a part of the guilt has been moved away.
Yeah. This is white filmmaking at its finest. You're just
Okay, so we can all
Getting a-
agree that Spike Lee did a great job in the movie.
yes. Similar to the 12 Years a Slave white shame film. It's the kind of thing.
Well, yeah.
But
yeah.
not as extreme. But also
as
pretty bad. It's really fucked up.
What?
KKK is fucked up.
Look, this is the history. This is the Black American history. And now that they're bringing it to screen and they're showing a different side of the story, they're no longer going back to the library. Let's use Uncle Tom and all this structure. I mean, with what Spike Lee has done with this, I think he's done a great job.
The thing is as well that I find interesting, often, I hate to say it, he's almost he's almost an anti-white racist, Spike Lee. He represents white people in his films very negatively usually. In this, it's almost like he gives two sides of the story. He's like, the Black Panthers don't have the right answers either.
Right.
And also the cop doesn't have the right answers either.
Okay.
So he shows two sides of the story.
But I mean, just to end this, I think Spike Lee is that way because of the era in which he came from. So,
Definitely.
judging from that.
Oh,
portion
sure.
of
No,
it,
I'm
so
sure.
hence why.
He's been brought up with a load of...
Exactly.
But I think he's almost matured as a director and said, okay, white guys aren't the enemy. We need to be together as friends, white and black.
Okay.
All right, we need to
you guys should watch it. Definitely watch that.
Great film. Yeah, really great. All right, moving on to number 9. We've got Creed 2. Did you see Creed 1?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Is that a question?
It's fantastic. Film.
I saw
So
that.
Creed 2 continues the rebirth of the Rocky saga since
Yeah.
Creed 1 in 2015.
Yes.
So now Creed is the heavyweight champion of the world. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And he's challenged to the title by Rocky's ex-rival's son, Ivan Drago. So it's this kind of, as you remember, Rocky 4, Ivan Drago fights Rocky. Sure, you've seen that as well.
Yeah,
The big Russian, the classic. So it's Ivan Drago's son fighting Apollo
The
Creed.
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
would
a
agree,
beast.
yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
And his son is ridiculous as well. Huge heavyweight fighting Adonis Creed, sorry.
I think they have a way of building their champion. Even in Rocky,
Yeah.
he was in beast mode. His father was in beast mode.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the Creed 2 coming out, I think it's gonna be like 2 beasts on the stage. So I think I really want to see.
Oh, have you seen
No,
it yet?
no,
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't.
It's
gone
a
see
hell
it.
of a good film.
Yeah.
So it's a little formulaic, okay?
Right.
You're getting what it says on the tin, okay? It's a fighter movie. You know that he's going to be there. He's going to be the heavyweight champion. They fight. He gets his shit handed to him. Just fucking rinsed in the first time.
Right.
He gets just destroyed, and then he loses, has to come back.
Hey, save a lot now, save a lot.
Okay.
Now, you have to go watch it.
Yeah, you have to
go
watch it. Okay, it doesn't ruin the enjoyment of it because it's so much fun,
Right.
and you know it's coming. The second he steps in the ring, and he's like all cocky, and like he just gets fucking destroyed.
Yeah, no, do not spoil it.
Okay, I'll start.
Do not spoil that.
Okay, so it's a little formulaic, but it's a hell of a good ride. Really good fun. Lots to enjoy in it.
Yes.
The fight scenes are brutal as well. Like just really great graphics showing annihilation of people. I think that's something that they've really done better than the early Rocky films.
Now we have the technology and we have better training knowledge.
Okay, watch Rockies 1 to 4. They don't block at all. They just go bam, 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 bam.
This is what Sylvester was saying. That during his own film, most of it was real.
Yeah.
And he was saying to the guy in Creed that look, I've forgotten his name, man.
Carl Weathers.
Look, you have to take in some shots.
Yeah.
Take it as
But they don't have a block. It's ridiculous watching it now. They like block a punch. They just hit each other in the face repeatedly.
In one of the interviews,
it's so stupid.
In one of the interviews, he was like, Rocky said, you have to sacrifice it. Go and take the shit. That boom.
Yeah, sure. They hit each other hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it doesn't look anything like real boxing. If you look back at what it's like, whereas in Creed 1, it's like proper. There's actually looks like a boxing match, and so it's really brutal and great fight scenes. They look really realistic, and it kind of gives you a visceral quality.
Right. Okay.
Great depth of characters as well. If you remember from the first one, Rocky gets cancer. We don't. You remember that? Yeah. First Creed. In the first Creed.
I remember that, but it's like the.
Yeah, well, if they haven't seen Creed 1, they're lost.
So we need to speed it up.
Alright, well, anyway, great film, watch Creed 2. Alright, on to number 8, moving swiftly forward, we're on to Widows.
Widows, right, okay.
But we'll bash through these. Okay, so this is the latest production from Steve McQueen.
Yes.
Steve McQueen, he did the first films with Michael Fassbender, Shame and Hunger. He then made 12 Years a Slave in 2013, which won the Best Film Oscar.
Yes.
He's a black director.
Yeah,
he's helped to... 12 Years a Slave really helped to forward black cinema, and we now have modern black cinema, definitely.
Because they've been
not just dynamite.
I mean, that's something I don't really want to do.
No, exactly. It's not. It's black exploration.
That's hip. You got it right. Yes.
I know my shit. Anyway, Widows, new film from him, and it's about 4 women whose husbands die because they're criminals. They leave them with this massive kind of gangster debt, and they have to repay it by they do one bank job to try and repay it. Have you seen it, by the way?
Yeah, I've seen it. Viola Davis did a good job.
She's fantastic. I mean, she is fantastic. She's so good.
I think when I was like,
the intensity.
I'm like, I wish you were my mom.
Yeah.
Really? My mom. Yeah, I mean,
she'd be that mum who beats the shit out of you if you're late, like home. Like, she's a brutal mum.
Yeah, like, she was so cool. Like, she was really cool in the movie.
Yeah.
And the way, I think she was a great lead for the movie. I cannot imagine any other lead except from her for that role.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I think it was written for her. Probably.
I think again, it's just this minority toppling white guy after white guy again.
I mean, that's it again.
That's what it is. Like, it's showing it. If you really look at it again, like, it shows the scenes with the black people. They're kind of playing in pool bars and chilling out and all kind of disenfranchised. Then you got the white guys in their ivory towers, and it's really showing. It's kind of a fuck you to white men and how she just fucks them over every time because she's badass, and it's so great to watch. And I was like, you get him, girl.
She's really
she's so great.
I mean, I think you guys, if you haven't seen this movie, you should go watch it. Like, it's a gripping story, tense, good action, and is really good. You know, I think you'll get your money on this program.
And black woman. I mean, as a main character, that's happened like once before in a film, maybe twice.
I mean, it's not
really rare.
Every time you see
really rare. So it's great to see this.
Yeah, and with the current states, I think is a good film for everyone to watch. So if you haven't seen it, I think take a look at it.